are not united, we can't do that. We have to unite and come out and tell our leaders that the helping hand or the chances you are giving to white peoples to come to Africa is too much. It should be reduced. White people should be asked of some documents before you came to Africa. You should be prepared. You should not just wake up one day and jump up in Africa. No. Africa is not a continent that you can jump up and just go there like that, if not the stupidity of African leaders who give chance to white peoples. How do you, the African leaders, feel about this? Your peoples to go to Europe is difficult for them, but for Europeans to come to your country is easy for them. How do you see that? You are not even feeling the same of that. That your peoples, when they want to go to Europe, they have to die, they have to use a difficult ways, they have to apply visa, they have to do this, they have to find this document. Even they apply visa, an embassy can says, oh, look, I see you, if you go to Europe, you will never come back. They deny you of visa. But Europeans, if they want to go to Africa, they don't ask for any visa. They just buy ticket like I'm going to from city to city. You just buy the bus ticket or train ticket and just go. Because Africa is nothing. Anybody can go to Africa. We give this chance to them. They make their own way difficult for us, and we make our own easy for them. What kind of life are we living in Africa? We make it easy for Europeans, Americans, UK to jump to Africa anyhow. But they make it difficult for Africans to jump to their country. Because white people should be respected. Because white people should be praised. Because white people should be free to do what they like. But black man is not free to do what he or she like. Big shame on African leaders. If your peoples are not free to do what they like in your country, but a stranger can come and do what they like in your country. Your enemy can come to your country and do what they like. But you as a citizen of that country, you don't even have power in your own country. What do Europeans tell black peoples? They say, European citizens first. Anything that come, either an opportunity or better life, European citizens will be the first. Then black people, you can come last. This is what they tell black peoples in Europe. But in Africa, white people are the first, white citizens are last. In their countries, we are last. In our countries, we are last. It's very sad. They can't have access without making war. They must employ some foolish Africans and supply them with weapons. When finally in Nigeria, Boko Haram, the weapon they were using, finally we find out that those weapons that Boko Haram was using were the same weapons that was sent to Ukraine. Listen, Africa. Knowledge, experience, power. Nigeria, the weapons that was given to people who were terrorizing in Nigeria, we find out that that same weapon was same weapon that was sent to Ukraine. Who sent those weapons to Ukraine? America. America was the one sending those weapons to Ukraine. And who take the same weapon? They are the same. So where do those weapons come from? They are the same weapons that was given to Ukraine to defend themselves. Same weapon was sent to Africa, Nigeria, to terrorize that country. Then who give them those weapons? Who? Africa, start thinking, start thinking. This is the high time you know what is happening to your peoples. And you know whatever happened to your people, what is the cause. Search for it. Find out the truth. The same weapon that was given to Ukraine to defend themselves by Americans. The same weapon was sent to Nigeria to Boko Haram to terrorize that country. Who gave them those weapons? Who supplied them? Who? Is it Nigerian president? Is it African leaders supplying Boko Haram with weapons? Who? Who is supplying them? But those same people who were supplying Boko Haram with weapons, those are the same people sitting and demolishing Nigeria name on their media, on their TV station, saying that Nigeria is a corrupted nation. Nigeria is not safe. Nigerian peoples are dying. In northern part of Nigeria, there have been killing peoples in northern part of Nigeria for how long? Who talk about it? Who knows why that killing will never stop in northern part of Nigeria? There is a gold, diamond, silver, oil, fuel in northern part of Nigeria. That's why killing will never stop there. Unless those enemies of Africa, unless they get that natural resources of that northern part of Nigeria, that is the time they will stop that killing. If not, they will try to kill everyone in that area, in northern part of Nigeria, so that they will all transfer. There was a time when northern part of Nigeria, their people were transferring, going to east, west, leaving their houses because there is too much killing. That's what they want. That's why they cause killing there. They cause the terrorism there. At the same time, they try to supply Boko Haram with weapons to have power. Boko Haram don't create weapons, but they create bullet. Who gave them a machine to create bullet? Who? Is it me? Is it your president? Is it my president? No. Then who gave Boko Haram a machine to create their own bullet without buying bullet? Even a lot of African countries, their soldiers don't have a machine to create bullet. They are buying it. A lot of African countries. How many African president will come out and say, I have a machine for my soldiers that create bullet? But Boko Haram have it. A terrorist group have it. Who give them? I will tell you whatever is happening. America. The same weapon you, America, sent to Ukraine, the same weapon was found in Nigerian terrorist hands. Then it means the same America that is supplying Ukraine with weapon to make the war between Ukraine and Russia to become worse, the same America is supplying Nigerian terrorists a weapon to kill their own peoples. But the same America is sitting there and calling Nigeria a corrupt nation, calling Nigeria unsafe nation. But you are the one making it unsafe. But Americans are here telling us that Nigeria is a terrorist country. Nigerians are killing each other. Nigerians are criminals. They make the whole Africa to see Nigeria as a weapon place, weapon free, killing free. They make all Africans to think like this about Nigeria. But the cause of it is not the cause of Nigerians. It's the cause of Americans, France. In 2019, there was a weapon they find out that was from France to Boko Haram. Who talk about it? Nobody questioned France President Macron. Nobody questioned him to tell him that there was a weapon found in terrorist hand in Africa and that weapon was from your country. How did your weapon get to Nigeria? Nobody questioned him. Nobody. Europeans didn't question Macron about that French president. Americans didn't question because they are all on the same page to make wars usual thing in Africa. But I tell you one thing, America, UK, European Union, stop going to Africa and pretending that you are helping Africans. We know you are our enemies. You will never love us. You will never render us help. Only thing you could render us is problem and war and terrorism in Africa. We are tired of seeing your peoples in Africa. Okay? Americans, we are tired of seeing your peoples in Africa. Joe Biden, we are tired of hearing an insult from you to the whole African black hole. You can do whatever you want to do with Americans. I don't give a damn. You can put a law in America, any kind of law you want. but you cannot make a law for Africans. This is what you have to understand. Not only Joe Biden, UK Prime Minister, you have to understand the same thing. You can make a law in UK, but you don't have the power to make law in Africa. European Prime Ministers, you have a power to make law in your European countries, but you don't have power to make law in African countries. European Union, you have power to make any law in European countries, but you don't have power to rule, to make any law in African countries. You all must understand this. Every tribalism in Africa, you people are the cause of it. Now you are speaking about homosexual. When all of you, the leaders of white man country who is talking about homosexuality, all of you have a wife, a woman as a wife. But you are trying to push Africans to accept homosexuality so that you will send your homosexual peoples to Africa, let them go and destroy Africa.